Who regrets more? The one who leaves or the one who gets left? Psychology tells us that after a breakup, people genuinely feel heartache. It's not just emotional, it's physical too. The part of your brain that processes pain lights up, constantly reminding you of the separation. Breakups generally fall into two categories: initiating the breakup and being broken up with. These two scenarios lead to very different emotional journeys. So who's more likely to regret it? The person who got dumped or the one who did the dumping? And what do they go through emotionally? Let's break it down. For the person who got dumped, stage 1, denial and shock. The moment the breakup happens, it's like their brain short circuits. They're stunned, unable to process what just happened. For the first week or two, they're in a daze, walking around like a zombie. They feel this uncontrollable urge to call or text their ex, desperate to reconnect with the person they were once so close to. Sometimes they'll pick up their phone, only to realize, oh right, we're not together anymore. They're stuck in a loop of disbelief, asking themselves, did this really happen? Is this a bad dream? Stage 2, emotional chaos. At this point, their emotions are all over the place. They might act impulsively, going out drinking, revisiting places they used to go together, or bombarding their ex with messages and calls. They're clinging to the hope of reconciliation, like a drowning person grasping for anything to stay afloat. They'll do anything to hold on to the relationship, even if it's already over. Stage 3, acceptance and calm. It usually takes at least a month to fully accept the breakup, and about 3 months to emotionally stabilize. By this stage, they're starting to move on. They're no longer obsessing or lashing out. Instead, they're learning to hide their feelings, and their love for their ex slowly turns into indifference, or even resentment. For the person who initiated the breakup, stage 1, freedom and relief. People who initiate breakups usually do so for a few reasons. They've fallen out of love, they're bored, they've found someone new, or they just can't see a future with their partner. In the first stage after the breakup, they feel a sense of freedom. It's like a bird finally escaping its cage. They're excited to embrace their new single life, full of possibilities. It's like graduating from school. There's a mix of joy, excitement, and a little nervousness about what's next. Stage 2, reflection. After the initial high wears off, they start to reflect. They might wonder if they made the right decision. Thoughts like, are they mad at me? Might cross their mind, but they quickly brush them off, thinking, we weren't right for each other anyway. It was bound to happen. Stage 3, regret. Here's the irony. As time goes on, the person who initiated the breakup starts to miss their ex more and more. If they've jumped into a new relationship, they might realize that their ex was the one who truly loved them. They start to regret their decision, feeling a deep sense of loss. They're torn between wanting to reach out and fix things and fearing rejection or embarrassment. Thoughts like, what if they hate me now? Keep them stuck in a cycle of regret. The psychology behind it. There's a concept in psychology called the sunk cost fallacy. The more you invest in something, like a relationship, the harder it is to let go. When a relationship ends, all the time, energy and emotions you poured into it feel wasted, making the pain even sharper. Then there's the white bear effect. The more you try not to think about someone, like an ex, the more they occupy your mind. It's like trying to forget a song stuck in your head. The harder you try, the louder it gets. Who regrets more? The person who got dumped goes through the toughest time right after the breakup, but once they get through it, they're often able to move on and start fresh. On the other hand, the person who initiated the breakup might feel free and happy at first, but over time, regret creeps in. They start to realize that letting go of someone who truly loved them was a mistake. What they thought was liberation turns into longing and remorse. They're left questioning their decision, wondering, why did I do that? Got it? If you're dealing with relationship issues, feel free to talk to me.